Hello there, this is David from Feedb. Today I'm excited to present a cool new feature that we have added to Feedb. It is the ability to add manual feedback to your contacts. So from now on, you'll be able to pick any contact, let's say here Fernando, and add manual feedback. What that is a way to easily enter any testimonials or ratings that Fernando may give you verbally or through an email. Sometimes many clients that you have, they send you a great testimonial by email. You can ask them if you can make it public or not, and you can add it here. So for example, great service, whatever Fernando told me by email or in person. If he's super happy, I'll just put a rating of 10. Okay, I can mark the date that I received it. Let's say this happened, I don't know, like July 1st, a few days ago. And I can pick to show it in the microsite, in the Feedb microsite, to show it in the website widget, so it goes straight to my website, or just hide it. Don't show it anywhere. Just see it inside Feedb, so I know how happy or not happy Fernando is with our service. Okay, so keep in mind that when you show it in the microsite or the widget, the testimonial is optimized with all the cool stuff that Google and other engines like. Okay. So I'm gonna choose to show in the microsite, for example, okay? And I'm gonna click add. Now in the activity for Fernando, it shows there that he gave us a 10, and also that it was added by David, which is me, manually to the system, okay? And it has a testimonial there. Same thing if I go to the feedback section, it shows right there, okay? And here I can change the visibility to whatever I want. I can share it on Facebook like any other feedback, and you'll notice that it is marked as added today, but it is referenced here, added by David as received on. Okay, so that's the date that it will show as received on in the microsite. So if I go to the Feedb microsite for SD Internet Marketing and I do a refresh, boom, Fernando's testimonial shows right there. Okay, this is the website widget that is not showing his testimonial right now, right? Because I'm refreshing, it's not there because I didn't mark it as showing in the website. So I'm gonna go back to Feedb, and now I'm gonna say, okay, let's show it in the widget, okay? And now go back to the website, I refresh, boom, and Fernando is showing right there. So this is a great way, again, to add testimonials that don't come from a feedback request, okay? And also a great way to add testimonials or reviews from some other tool, that you may be using when you switch to Feedb. So instead of losing all that data, you can add it here and have it all inside Feedb, okay? And let me just show you here, when you do a search on Google for reviews for SD Internet Marketing, you'll notice here the second result after Yelp is the actual website, with a 5-star rating that comes from this section here. And that's because everything is optimized, to show the ratings and the reviews. Same thing with the local listing for merchants using Feedb is picked up by Google to show as reviews from the web, okay? And that's the Feedb microsite. Another little change that we did to the regular feedback is the ability to hide it without having to mark it as invalid. So for example, here we have an example of a feedback. Actually, the one that I added right now, it was just for an example. So I'm gonna mark it right now as invalid. Okay, I'm gonna say, okay, it was a test. So it's gone, right? That was in Feedb before this release. What changed now is that if it's valid, I can choose to have it as hidden. Okay, that was an option before. So any feedback that you get through Feedb, if you don't wanna show it anywhere, you can easily mark it as hide and it won't show anywhere. You don't have to mark it as invalid to accomplish that. Okay, that's a new change. And yeah, any questions you have with this or anything else, please feel free. Let us know what you think about this new feature. And I think it can be very useful, for people coming from other systems, and also for people that get a lot of sporadic feedback, whether it's good or bad, by email or verbally or some other vehicle. Okay, so thank you for watching, and talk to you soon. Take care.